Our next guest is starring in one of the most anticipated movies of the year. Actor Boyd Holbrook is nearly unrecognizable as legendary musician Johnny Cash in the upcoming Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown. The movie chronicles the early years of Dylan's career and the relationships he forms with music icons of the time, including Johnny Cash. In this scene from the film, an inebriated Johnny Cash runs into Dylan, played by Timothée Chalamet, at a folk music festival. Check it out.
Thought you left town already.
Well, we loaded out last night. June left for New York with her mama. Pete asked me to stay for the finale today, you know. I couldn't sleep. Just took a drive. Saw the ocean.
Okay.
This yours?
Yeah. Amy, you got a cigarette?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Boyd Holbrook joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's hard to believe you're the same person.
I know. You even nail his baritone voice that Johnny Cash had. First of all, congratulations on the movie.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You've worked with James Mangold, the director, before. He also directed Joaquin Phoenix in the Johnny Cash biopic, I Walk the Line. What was your initial reaction when he came to you and he said he wants you to play Johnny?
I was a little taken aback. You know, I'd read the script a couple of years before, and the Johnny Cash character wasn't even in this. And so when Jim asked me to do it, it was a little daunting. You've already made a movie about this guy. I've got to follow up Joaquin Phoenix's fantastic performance. But through researching with Bob, he found out that they were pen pals, and Johnny hadn't kept those letters when he made that movie. And so now you could see the importance of Johnny's life in Bob's life at that time.
Tell us about the preparation to play Johnny Cash. I mean, you changed your voice, your appearance. You didn't really play guitar in a real way before
I don't
this,
think we
right?
have enough time on the show today to get through everything, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's trying to celebrate one's man life and a couple months of preparation is a lot to do. So. Yeah, I couldn't do the singing and playing at the same time. When I started this, I lied to Jim and said, yeah, I can definitely do that.
I love actors who are like, yes, I can do it.
I've been playing for years.
You know, you can take this camera, we'll just shoot it from here up. But I had about 4 or 5 months in the end, and it was just like 2 or 3 hours a day of this coach, that coach. Wow. I try to rehearse with smarter people than me. To get this right, and we're here to celebrate these people's lives, and so.
And you did breathing exercises to get the voice down?
Yeah, you got to get into a real deep resonance.
Yes,
Nailed it. Nailed it. You did it just right here for us. So can you just dive a little bit deeper into that relationship that Bob Dylan had with Johnny Cash? Because Bob Dylan is, in the purest sense, an American folk hero who synthesized all of these different genres of music and other people to create his unique style of music.
Yeah, well, I think, Johnny wasn't so much the mentor in the relationship, maybe more of a comrade, had been down that road. Johnny was, he was the senior in the relationship. He had reached out to Bob after he'd written the Freewheeling album and wrote to him saying what a brilliant artist he was, and that continued to be a pen pal relationship that they had. And I mean, they were writing on the back of airplane sickness bags, only 2 letters that these guys could understand in such isolation and fame at the time. And so Johnny comes into his life when Bob's at a crossroads of staying with your individual voice, and I think that's a really difficult thing to do as an artist as you continue on down that road of success. So he meets him at a crossroads in his life, and Bob's about to go electric or not and do what he wants to do, and Johnny just gives him that bit of encouragement.
Yeah. Well, so I read that you told Variety that you and Timothée Chalamet didn't really spend time together outside of shooting. Why, and what was that like?
I think it's just the best thing to do. There's no room for that. I would love to show pictures of my kids on my phone and ask how your mom is doing, but really, we're here for a period of time to make this, and you're never going to get that back. And I think that's what Timmy and I understood. And so there's not a lot of chit chat in between, just about the scene and.
Because you want to stay in character, because you don't want other influences.
Yeah, like for example, I had a couple interviews that I memorized that had the cadence and the tone of his speech, and so if I were to go out and talk about other things that are not important to the scene, then I'd have to come back to those things. But Timmy's the real deal. He's done a fantastic performance. It's an incredible feat that he's done. Edward, Monica, Elle, it's just a great cast.
You're great in it.
You're amazing in it. Can't wait to see you in the morning show. If you want to trail us to learn what we do.
I'll do.
Anytime. You're welcome anytime. Boyd Holbrook, thank you very much, my friend. A Complete Unknown is in theaters on Christmas Day.